All right, let's get right into it because this week something huge happened in the world of AI. Google just dropped Gemini 3, and it is absolutely making waves. So today, we're going to break down what it is, what it can do, and why this might just be a major turning point in the whole AI race.
What's really telling about this launch is who's talking about it. I mean, when the CEO of your biggest rival, OpenAI's Sam Altman, gives you a public shout out like this, that's when you know you've built something special. It's the kind of nod that says, okay, game on. For a while there, let's be honest, it really felt like Google was playing catch up. ChatGPT was just dominating the conversation, and it seemed like Google was a step behind. Well, after a long sprint to close that gap, it looks like Google might have just taken a surprising lead.
So what makes this model so different? Look, Gemini 3 isn't just a small incremental update. It represents a massive leap forward in a few key areas that are really changing what we should expect from artificial intelligence.
Let's just start with the raw numbers, because they're pretty impressive. On all these industry standard tests, the exams we give to AIs, Gemini 3 Pro is outperforming its main competitors from OpenAI and Anthropic. And on some of these tests, it's not just winning, it's winning by the biggest margin anyone has ever seen. And a huge reason for that performance is this number right here, 1 million. Gemini 3 has a 1 million token context window. The easiest way to think about that is as the AI's short-term memory. It means it can hold an incredible amount of information. We're talking entire books, super long conversations, really complex code, all in its head at once. And that leads to a much, much deeper level of understanding. Now, let's see what that massive memory actually translates to. And this is where things get, well, frankly, a little mind-blowing. We are entering the era of one-shot creation. That's where you can just describe an idea in a single detailed sentence and literally watch it come to life as a working app. Now, seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. What if you didn't need to know a single line of code to build a whole interactive 3D world? This isn't just about making games. It's about tearing down the barrier to creating software, period. It turns anyone with a cool idea into a potential creator.
Check out this prompt. It's a simple, creative idea. The key phrase here is pure procedural. That means the AI has to build the whole thing from scratch, using rules, not just grabbing pre-made pieces. And the result? It's stunning. Gemini 3 generated a fully interactive 3D world that you can actually walk around in. It didn't just understand the words, it totally understood the vibe.
And it's not just a one-off trick. People are going wild with this. With single prompts, they've created virtual Lego sets, fully interactive 3D globes, educational tools that simulate the water cycle, and even a custom playable Monopoly game where you can negotiate with the AI. It's incredible. This crazy, powerful coding ability is all part of this bigger idea called an AI agent. Now, an agent is way more than just a chatbot. Think of it less like something that answers your questions and more like a personal assistant that actively works to get things done for you. It makes a plan and then takes action. What's so cool is that we can see how it thinks. Gemini 3 actually shows you its thought signature. So for example, if you ask it to find horseback riding lessons, it doesn't just do one Google search. No, it starts broad, then it narrows the search to your area, it looks up specific schools, it checks if you can get there by public transit, and it even makes sure they're still in business, all before giving you a perfectly organized list. But Gemini 3's intelligence isn't just stuck in text and code. This is one of the most visual AIs ever built. It has this profound ability to understand and reason about what it's seeing, not just in pictures, but inside of videos too. The tech behind this is called multimodal AI. All that means is that it can process different kinds of information, text, images, video, all at the same time, just like we do. This lets it connect the dots in ways a text-only model never could. And to see this in action, you have to hear this story. One developer gave it a childhood photo and a 1-hour-long home video and just asked, hey, can you find when this photo was taken? Gemini scanned the entire video, frame by frame, and found the exact moment, 35 minutes and 3 seconds in. A true needle in a haystack. Unbelievable. And this visual reasoning opens up so many possibilities. It can watch a video of your golf swing and give you tips like a pro coach. It can look at a picture of a complicated financial chart and double-check the math. It's even solving these tricky visual puzzles that have totally stumped other AIs. Now, along with Gemini 3, Google also dropped a new specialized model for creating images. It's called Nano Banana. And what's so special about it isn't just that it makes pretty pictures, it's that it actually thinks and reasons before it even starts drawing.
So take this example. The prompt was to create an infographic about the brand-creator relationship. Now, another AI might just draw some icons and text bubbles, but Nano Banana actually understood the topic, planned out a logical flow, and designed a genuinely useful and accurate infographic from scratch, all in one go. This could completely change how we create visual aids and educational material.
So you put all this together, and what do you get? This is way more than just a collection of cool tech demos. These new abilities are really set to unlock a whole new era of creativity and productivity for, well, pretty much everyone.
So let's just recap those 3 new superpowers real quick. You've got the one-shot coder, turning ideas into apps. You've got the visionary, which can see and understand the world in video. And you have the reasoning artist that designs smart graphics from really complex ideas.
And that brings us to the million-dollar question. With this huge jump in what it can do, is Gemini the model that finally takes the lead in this incredibly intense AI race? Well, right now, it is making a very, very strong case. The competition is still fierce, but for the first time in a while, it feels like Google is in the driver's seat. But maybe the most exciting question isn't about which company is winning. The real question is about what this technology unlocks for all of us. Now that an AI can truly build from just an idea, what are you going to create?